illustrate the practical impact of change, to illustrate the practical impact of change, to illustrate the practical impact of change, to illustrate the practical, I'll have to go back up again. The world of property trading can be complex and is quite dynamic, especially when there's economic turbulence. Property traders who buy and sell property as part of their business often find themselves navigating through the intricate transactions of buying and selling properties, and we're going to focus on buying today. But before I do that, what happens when you're buying a property in a series of transactions which is called a chain, and the chain breaks down? Well, what happens is you've got something called chain break relief, also known as traders relief, that comes into play. And in this video I'm going to delve into the deep intricacies of chain break relief, exploring its definition, purpose, criteria, permitted area and reporting requirements. Quite a bit there. And I'll also provide examples to illustrate its impact. Now, our journey in this video will equip you with the knowledge you need to make informed choices about utilizing this particular less known relief. At its core, chain break relief is a tax relief mechanism for stamp duty land tax. It is specifically designed to benefit property traders when a chain of transactions involving residential properties is about to break, or does break in fact, and the relief recognizes the challenges property traders face in these scenarios and offers a SDLT reduction as a solution. The primary purpose of chain break relief is to support property traders by helping them reduce their SDLT, because when the series of transactions break down or the chain breaks down, quite a few people may miss out on buying and selling property. So the government is incentivizing you to keep the chain going. And the relief recognizes the unique circumstances property traders encounter, providing them with a more favorable tax treatment compared to the standard rates of SDLT, which I've covered on other videos. So do go and watch those videos if you're interested in learning more about stamp duty land tax. By offering this relief, the government aims to foster a more resilient and efficient property trading industry by making it easier for a chain to go through, or at least helping that particular fact. To qualify for chain break relief, property traders must meet some specific criteria. The criteria is crucial for determining whether a property trader qualifies to benefit from this particular tax relief. To qualify for chain break relief, the following conditions must be met. A buyer must be a property trader, which typically means someone who buys and sells properties as part of their business. A transaction must involve the purchase of a residential property for obvious reasons, and a chain of transactions must break down, usually due to one of the parties in the chain failing to complete on their purchase or transaction. Or in the exact words of HMRC, His Majesty's Revenue and Customs, acquisition by property trader from individual where chain of transactions breaks down. Finance Act 2003, Schedule 6A, Paragraph 4. The purchase will be exempt from SDLT land tax if an individual has made arrangements to sell an old dwelling and acquire another dwelling, the arrangements to sell the old dwelling fails, and the acquisition of the old dwelling is made for the purpose of enabling the individual's acquisition of the other dwelling to proceed. And the following conditions are to be met. A property trader makes the acquisition in the course of a business that consists of or includes acquiring dwellings from individuals in the above circumstances that I've just shared with you. An individual occupied the old dwelling as their main or only residence at some time in the last 2 years to the date of purchase by said property trader, and intends to occupy the other dwelling as their only or main residence. The area of land acquired by a property trader does not exceed the permitted area, inclusive of the site of the dwelling. It's half a hectare, or a larger area necessary for the reasonable enjoyment of a dwelling considering its size and character. Where the land acquired by a property trader is more than the permitted area, as long as the other conditions detailed above are fulfilled, partial relief may be claimed. Chain break relief can play a pivotal role in reducing stamp duty land tax liability for property traders. Now, I said I'll share an illustration with you, so let's explore the mechanics of how the relief works. Chain break relief reduces the SDLT liability for a property trader. The relief essentially applies SDLT at residential rates for the proportion of the chargeable consideration that relates to the property in question. The relief helps property traders avoid the SDLT costs they would incur if the transaction were treated as a standard transaction. Property traders must carefully consider the permitted area to ensure they can fully benefit from the relief without incurring additional SDLT. The permitted area for chain break relief refers to the total size of the land that the property occupies. If the consideration exceeds the permitted area, the relief may not apply to the excess. To claim chain break relief, property traders must meet specific reporting requirements as outlined by the government and on HMRC's website. Accurate and timely reporting is essential to ensure that the relief is applied correctly and that property traders receive the benefits they are entitled to. To illustrate the practical example of chain break relief, suppose a property trader becomes involved in a chain of transactions to purchase a residential property, and the chain is broken down because a party in the chain failed to complete their purchase and had to pull out, which potentially prevents a number of other transactions going ahead because one transaction relies on the other, so on and so forth. If a property trader is willing to buy a property where the chain has broken down, they will not be liable for SDLT on that purchase, as they are rescuing the entire chain, and in doing so allowing everyone else in the chain to complete as well, on the proviso that nobody else obviously pulls out. Understanding the relief is vital for property traders to assess the potential savings they can achieve through chain break relief. Chain break relief is a valuable tool for property traders. It serves as a lifeline when the chain of residential property transactions breaks down, offering reduced SDLT liability and potential cost savings. Property traders must be well informed about the criteria, permitted area and reporting requirements to harness the full potential of this particular relief. Looking to the future, property traders should stay updated on any changes on developments relating to chain break relief, as tax laws and regulations evolve and change over time. Some change every single year when the budget is released. Staying informed will empower property traders to make strategic choices that optimize tax liabilities while contributing to the growth and stability of property trading industry. And remember, don't let the tax tail wag the dog. So make sure everything else works and then let tax be a factor, not the factor. And until next time, don't forget, by the way, to subscribe, leave a comment, like the video if you liked it. Any questions on chain break relief, post them below and I'll happily answer them for you.